Smart Navigation Widgets plugin with new version 2.0 adds another widget and improves on all existing widgets. Here on the plugin settings panel, you can enable or disable each widget. You can do the same with custom source widget, which is made for developers, and more on how to use it and set it up you will find in developers guide. You can also enable use of non-hierarchical taxonomies and non-hierarchical post types, and you should read the information about that. And you have option to enable AJAX Power Website support, so that with this option you will change the way the links behave in widgets for opening inner levels. And finally, a new feature is a development mode, so that you will get a new option for each widget to use dummy data, and this data will be generated regardless of your website content. So while you're in development, while there is not enough content on the website, you can enable this dummy data access, so that you can test how the widgets look like without any real data available. First thing to see is a new navigation menu widget. This widget depends on menus you have in the WordPress appearance menus, and here you will see all available menus. You can select which one to use, and you have other standard options for animation, style, number of items in each level. We'll put this like this. And the method to display full hierarchy, select custom item from this menu, or based on a current item here. Let's see this first. So this is the menu we have created. There it is. We can choose custom element in a hierarchy. Let's do it with support and show parent element on top. There it is. Parent element is support, and this is the content of this element here. And we can use current term as a base for this widget. Since we are in root, we are seeing the whole menu, but if we open support, we are now in support, and that submenu is shown in the navigation. This here will bring you back one level up, and that is root of our website. So this is very easy to show, and if you have descriptions for your menu items, you can show them using this option. Next widget we will see is for data archives, and you can select the format, and each element in this line represents number of levels in the hierarchy. This is the standard one: years, months, and days, showing post count, full hierarchy, or based on the current date, which we'll select, with showing of parent term on top. Other things are standard and include animation, style, and number of items on levels. Also sorting of items. Okay. And here it is. Open a level. We'll see months inside. So if we now go to this year archive, we will see that element on top as a parent element, and we'll see months for it inside. If we now click on a specific month, we'll get only dates for that month, and that month will be top element with a link here going to the year. So it's a very useful to have some sort of hierarchical navigation for dates that automatically detects currently opened date archive. Next widget is for hierarchical content, and by default in WordPress we have pages, and pages are hierarchical content. Since we have WordPress plugin installed right now, you will see in this list forums, because forums are also post type with hierarchy, so you can select one or the other. If you switch from one to another, you will see that this list for exclusion will change to match currently selected post type. So we'll see how to show pages. You can select here which pages you want to exclude. So let's, for instance, exclude these two pages. Number of items, sorting. There are several things you can use for sorting. Order, show excepts. So for each page you will get a short content for it. It will be generated to 20 words, and there is a filter to change that, and of course animation and styling. So this is first initial test. And here is the hierarchy, and we don't see elements we have excluded. Okay. We also have option to select custom term, so that term will be used for a base for our widget. So we can select this one and show parent element on top. And there it is. We have plugins demo as a top element, and only its children are displayed. And of course we have option to display navigation based on a current post. But for that we can see how that will look with forums. We will select this. Okay. When we are not in a forum, we'll see the full list of all sub-forums. If we go to this forum here, you will see only its child forums displayed. So it's a very useful feature to have to show navigation for a post type based on a currently open post belonging to that post type. And as you can see, it works for WordPress forums too. And the widget number 4 is for taxonomies archives. By default, WordPress has one hierarchical taxonomy, and it is categories. But since we have WooCommerce plugin, you will see also product and shipping classes. That's two custom taxonomies, and they both have hierarchy. So for categories and for everything else, you can also filter by a post type. So you can choose that also. This feature requires additional cache for category terms, because WordPress doesn't distinguish between post types and terms directly. You need to do it in some other way. So we have code built in that will generate archives for intersection of taxonomy and post type. So first thing to do is to show categories. And there is a lot of settings here, and it's mostly the same as with all other widgets. With one new option is to hide empty terms. That's on by default. Everything else is pretty standard. You have also option to show description for terms and number of posts belonging to each term. So this is pretty much straightforward list of all categories on the website. We have option now to select custom term, so we can filter only display list of only categories belonging to the one we select here. We have seen that with content and data archives, and we have option to filter based on a current archive for the term. So if we open blogs, a blog archive, we will see only categories belonging to that one. If we go to archive for this specific category, we will see the same list because this category doesn't have any child categories, so it will display the list of categories on this level. So basically, if we go to top and select this one, again we will see list filtered by currently selected archive for this tutorial's term. You can also select options to exclude terms. So as you can see, it's very easy to set up and very easy to use. If you decide to keep terms that are empty, let's go back to full. You will see some terms that don't have posts, and as you can see, none of these have any terms inside, but they are still displayed because we have selected that option in the widget settings.